Hello YouTube, and today we're doing a video on I guess I can call it Blender slang or Blender jargon. It's words that people that know how to use Blender use very often that some people mightn't know what they are. I mean, they could take a guess and probably get it right, but still. Okay, the first thing I'm going to be doing is the different points that you can select. Now these the corners that you can select and the little dots that connect corners and faces and vertices, not vertices, and edges, these are called vertices. There's 8 vertices in this cube, and yeah, these are just vertices. The next is an edge. Now everyone should know what an edge is. It's just an edge that connects 2 vertices and is always or not always, but nearly always accompanied by a face. Now a face is just, well, the face of an object. It needs 3 or 4 vertices to make at minimum to make a face. 3 vertices, it ends up as a triangle. 4, it ends up as a cube or a quadrilateral or something like that. But a face is just the face of an object. Now another word is render. Now render is just it's like compiling of the image. See, I just rendered right there. It's a process that makes the image, makes your scene into a finished image. Now, some people might know, but there's this user persp, and then if you go view user author. Now, the user persp is perspective. And that means it will warp, the cube depending on like where you're looking at it from. See, it's a little different. And then when you go into author mode, it's 100% like what it is. It isn't distorted by perspective. It's not distorted by perspective, so I suggest you use orthographic mode more than perspective. Honestly, I never use perspective since it gets very annoying and you end up making you end up sizing things wrong, grabbing things, putting in the wrong spots, and it just all turns to crap. Okay, the next I'll be doing is modifiers. Now modifiers is something that modifies something. That didn't make a lot of sense, but a modifier is a tool or process that does modify something about a characteristic about an object, whether it's turning it to a fluid, turning it to explode, making it solid, making it into a wave, making it deform. There's all kinds of modifiers. Next one will be material. Now material is like what the object is made out of. Now you need a material to add a material is just something that's made out of. There's multiple things to mess around in materials, but you'll always put a material, you should always put a material on your objects. Next one is a texture. A texture gives a texture to the object, whether it makes it more colorful, colorful. It just makes it look better in general. I'll give you an example right now. Whatever, purple. Now texture. Gotta go marble. Let's go green. Whatever, that will work. Hopefully. And there you go. That's what texture does. It gives it a unique texture to the object. It's one step further on material, but you need a material to do textures. The next is particles. Now, particles are used in a variety of things, from smoke to water. Do you use it in water? I don't think you use it in water. Scratch that. Smoke, the explosion modifier, and a variety of other things. And particles just refers to this tab that's called particles, and you make particle systems. Now there's physics, which is just another tab which applies different types of physics to objects. Now there is okay, the different okay, here we go. Some people use these viewport shading. Some people use textured, which will show where the light is going. Some people use solid, it just shows the object in its entirety, and wireframe to just show the object as its edges. People refer to orientations such as global and local. Those are the two main ones. Global is this, like you see here how it has the y-axis going straight there, the x-axis going straight there, and the z-axis there. When you say tab and edit mode, select all, rotate, okay. Now as you see, if I go G, Z, it's going to move up and down on that Z-axis. But what if I wanted it to move it on its local Z-axis? So then I'll switch this to local. One sec. Okay, it's still its local. One sec. Here we go. Now, grab it and press Z-axis. It will still go up and down on there, but when I grab it and press Z, it will move on its local Z-axis. And the next thing is Z-X Y-axis. The Y-axis runs from left to right for me at the moment, but it can also run from up down. But the X and Y-axis refer to they go across, but the Z-axis goes up and down. I did a very bad job of explaining that. If you actually got that, cool. If you didn't, I can't really explain that any better. Sorry. Okay, layers. Now there are different layers in Blender. They just refer to this. Layers are useful for when, say, you want to put that there, then say you want to add a cylinder there, you want to add a cone over there somewhere, but you want these to be on different layers because they're taxing your computer too much. But when you actually want to use them, you just press shift like that. Now that's helpful for people whose computer can't handle a lot of taxing things in Blender, and you only want it to like lag a lot, or you don't want it to lag a lot, but it will lag a lot when you render, because it will render all the layers as if they're there, but you can click on one layer and it won't lag at all. It's completely different from hiding. Hiding just hides it from that layer, but as it's still there, but that can actually lag your computer. Won't lag indefinitely, but it will lag it a little bit. Okay, armature. Armature is like bones, and that's pretty much what an armature is. But an armature is generally a set of bones that you apply to a mesh that lets you warp and distort it. Yeah, well, I can't think of anything else at the moment that you might need to know. Well, thanks for watching, and if you either need a better video, leave a comment, or yeah. Well, thanks for watching, and keep watching. Well, I'll keep watching. This is anything. Oh, who gives a crap? Bye.